Hey folks. Today I'm diving deep into the recent hit piece from ABC News on Trump and Ukraine. Now, ABC's framing of Trump's statements is a classic example of media bias and manipulation. They're painting Trump as an agent of Russian influence while glossing over some pretty concerning aspects of Zelensky's wartime leadership. Let's break it down. First up, ABC's portrayal of Ukraine's refusal to hold elections. They call it a democratic necessity, but let's be real here. Delaying elections under martial law consolidates power in Zelensky's hands without public accountability. Imagine if Trump had tried to suspend elections in the US during a crisis. There'd be an uproar. So why should Ukraine get a pass? Next, let's talk about ABC's dismissal of Trump's dictator without elections remark. They label it as inflammatory, yet under any other circumstance, a leader who cancels elections and silences opposition would be called authoritarian. Zelensky has shut down political opponents and media. That's a fact. If this were happening anywhere else, the media would be all over it. Now, ABC's narrative that Trump is playing into Putin's hands by criticizing Zelensky is tired and debunked. Trump's push for elections isn't about aiding Putin, it's about maintaining democratic integrity. The idea that holding elections would be destabilizing is laughable. If Ukraine can't hold elections, can it govern effectively? And let's not forget, Zelensky's approval rating has dropped significantly since the war began. ABC dismisses Trump's claim of a 4% approval rating, but even the KIS polls show a downward trend. Public trust is eroding, and that's the real story here. ABC also frames criticism of Zelensky as Russian disinformation, ignoring internal dissatisfaction within Ukraine. Figures like Valery Zaluzhny are gaining prominence, hinting at discontent with Zelensky's leadership. If Zelensky were truly trusted, would alternatives be rising? Now, ABC suggests that Trump's push for negotiations would fracture Ukraine's military. But Ukraine has suffered tremendous losses and faces draft challenges. The war is becoming increasingly unwinnable for Kyiv. Diplomacy might be necessary to put an end to the suffering. Pretending otherwise is just prolonging the inevitable. And if a peace deal results in Ukraine falling apart, it suggests that Ukraine's current leadership has failed to unify the country. This isn't Trump's fault, it's a failure of unrealistic war aims and mismanagement by Zelensky and his Western backers. ABC News obsessively portrays Trump as an enemy of Ukraine while ignoring the real issue. Ukraine has become a corrupt, militarized state where opposition is quashed, media is censored, and leaders hold on to power indefinitely. A democratic leader should welcome elections, not fear them. So, to wrap this up, ABC's article is a masterclass in selective reporting and narrative control. It vilifies Trump while sanitizing Zelensky's increasingly autocratic rule. This isn't journalism, it's activism disguised as reporting. Remember folks, always question the narrative and look deeper. That's it for today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights. See you next time.